It wasn't long ago until Roblox and Tower made their account on 2013 and they said, hey, let's make one of the biggest Retro Studio archives. We'll be talking about the history of retrodev and how it all became together as one of a whole, as you may know of Retroblox and Retro Studio and how they got popular. Make sure to like and subscribe. If this content is what you wanted more, tell me in the comments and I'll make sure to maybe make a part 2 or something. And I hope you enjoy. Now, to start it off here, Retroblox was made in 2019, and so as well was the Discord server, which was being worked on. Now, here's the first mistress in the Discord server, and Retroblox contains as many old Roblox games. Now, you can create your own or create your own avatar, but people still play it a lot. There is many footage of Retroblox, however, I do not know how the game got popular, but it got popular a lot and made people join the Discord. Now, it wasn't too long before I found the first video of Retroblox that I could find. It was comparing the Super Nostalgia Zone, which was popular at the time, to Retroblox, a new competitor. And it seemed like the owners seemed to like Retroblox more, as they covered a lot of Retro Studio, unlike the Super Nostalgia Zone. We will now be talking about what came all of us here for today, Retro Studio, the game we all know and love. Now, if you heard of Retro Studio, you may have heard it from Flamingo, mostly, or any other YouTubers that sponsored it. However, did you know Retro Studio was made in 2020, nearly at the late of 2020, and it was only available to people in the retrodev Discord server, and many people were beta testing it, as it was only actually for beta testers, which is pretty weird. Fun fact, Retro Studio was named because of this person. And did you know Roblox, one of the more OG people from Retro Studio, wanted to be named Develop? So imagine you're just telling someone you're playing a game named Develop. That's crazy. Mind you, Retro Studio was in its testing era over here until it was noticed by many other people like Flamingo, Caden, Laughability, and Remainings. And now, because of this, many people decided to join Retro Studio, which caused its peak at over 1,000 players. Also, at this time, Retro Studio YouTubers were starting to be made in Maine, as known as Retro Shorts, which is the biggest Retro Studio YouTuber right now, known for posting shorts made about Retro Studio, maybe possibly developers, admins, anybody knows. Retro Shorts have been dominating the season, and possibly just like anywhere, everywhere around Retro Studio. They are the biggest retro tuber around right now. Also, during this time, nothing much really happened in 2021 except a few events like these, which were actually pretty decent for at the time. Personally, my favorite one is coming in the next year of this video. However, we're gonna wait for that. And nothing happened until 2022, which is when everything changed. Now, 2022 was a really nice year because it had things like the World Cup and many other things such as COVID soon ending. But however, things took a change, and this was Retro Studio series. Starting off with a bang, as Retro Studio hit 1,000 players again because it was New Year's. They seemed to have a new code or something, and many people started to make Retro Studio content. Retro Studio is growing day after day. Ever since Flamingo came, the game has been growing and there's been way more players. Now you may be like, Cloud, why is 2022 the best year for Retro Studio? Now let me explain. 2021, they added everything in Retro Studio because Flamingo and many other new players have joined. It was still in beta back then, but back then, many other people decided to like play the game. So then they updated the game a lot. In 2022, it was like final, everything was all good and things. Oh, and guys, do you guys remember those white puffballs in the sky? What are they called? Because I think that they've made something on November 6th, 2022, and they kind of caused Retro Studio to like go up in things. Okay, look, I know this is a really bad sponsorship, but look, I feel like I kinda helped Retro Studio grow somewhat. So on November 6th, 2022, I made my channel called Cause for K. Now, it was originally going to be an Obby Creator channel, but I remember that I used to play Retro Studio back then. So I came back to the game, made an original avatar, and started posting videos. Now, my first video related to Retro Studio was showcasing one of my favorite events made it to December 2012, the Christmas event, which had a lot of mini games where I started my career. Now, I told people that I was recording, and imagine being in my first Retro Studio video ever. That would be kind of crazy. Now, heading on to 2023, it doesn't get its own subpar. However, Natural Disaster Survival has hit 1 million views, being known as the first game to hit 1 million views in Retro Studio. And now, here we are today, Retro Studio, having around 600 to 800 players, doing very well, and me rising to the top of the Retro Studio YouTubers. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe learned a thing or two about Retro Studio's retrodev history and about Retroblox. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.